So hello everyone. No. Buenos días, ¿qué tal amigos? Les traigo otro vídeo con de Clash of Clans. Hoy vamos a abrir 3 cofres, uno de oro, otro platino, otro rubí, y espero que les guste. Cliquen abajo por favor para darle a más likes y así tener más posibilidades de ganar. Hello everyone. Okay. Hello everyone, those cues Albert here, and today with this video I would like to show you a little bit how to turn your old phone, if you have one of course, into the consoles that I state here, so Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Master System, Genesis, Nintendo Entertainment System, SNES, and so on and so forth. So basically everything that is before the Nintendo 64, Dreamcast, this kind of generation of consoles are kind of out of this spectrum, okay? So first off, why I'm doing this video? Basically the story is a little bit like, it's a little bit silly, but the other day, it was in the past, it was I saw a guy using his phone basically to play, I think it was Pokemon, I don't know what version of Pokemon was it, but in any case I asked him how the hell did you do that, and he told me, well, it's quite easy. You have to go to the internet, you download the game, and you basically download the app, an emulator app, well, whatever that is, but it's an app that you can install on your phone, and you can actually use it as a emulator in order to install the game in your phone and use it. And yeah, that's a little bit linked to the second thing I would like to tell you guys. This is the whole thing I'm explaining is a little bit at your own risk, so if you decide to do this, I'm not responsible of anything that could happen to your mobile phone. That's what I'm telling you. Use an old mobile phone. I understate it here, but yeah, you should use an old mobile phone. So basically, yeah, you basically need different things to that. The first one is an old phone, of course. The second one is, well, an old phone with enough space in order to install both the app and the files that are going to be the cartridges, so the games. And the last thing is a little bit like yeah, like another touch that you could actually add to this to increase the I don't know, the a positive experience of the whole thing, okay? Is basically buying like a remote Bluetooth controller, a small one basically. So yeah, bear with me. I'm going to now show you the ingredients, and yeah, in the end I'm going to show you how the whole thing works, okay? So yeah, see you in a bit. Alright, so here I have the elements that I think consider necessary to create some sort of like, yeah, what I stated there, Game Boy Advance, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to start with the basic things, alright? Most importantly, like an old phone, I have this Samsung here, and I have a couple of things, which is basically a red case, and also this kind of like, I don't know how they call it, like a holding ring, or it's a standpoint, so you can actually, you know, put it on the table or whatever you kind of like think it would be necessary to like be a little bit more stable. But mostly the both the emulators, the app emulators, and also the games are made to play on the phone. So basically using your screen, you can actually play, which is a little bit, yeah, messy for like a little bit complicated games like, I don't know, I would say Super Mario and so on. For RPG games such as, I don't know, Golden Sun, or even any edition of Pokemon, it's actually quite okay. It's actually quite fine. You don't need like a short time span to respond to these kind of things. So actually, you know, this is the most basic thing. In this phone, what you need, most important, both the app, which is the emulator, and the games, of course. You basically open the app and you browse here, and you will find it somewhere in your phone. So basically, for example, I got several games here. I don't know, just try, for example, a Pokemon Leaf, and you see that it works perfectly, like pretty smooth. I haven't had any app crash or something so far, so actually it works pretty okay. You see that the screen is also turns itself into like a controller, so basically you are using the screen in order to play the game. All right. Second thing that I consider important, I introduced you in the video. This little thing over here is a remote controller. It's a Bluetooth remote controller. So basically you go into eBay, you introduce this. I use this one, and I know that, you know, to some extent when you purchase something on eBay, you actually, you know, it's kind of a, you know, a lucky draw. You basically, sometimes you are lucky, sometimes you will find the things that you're looking for, sometimes it's not compatible, and you kind of start like work with the seller and this kind of thing. The name is 8-bit do. So yeah, you actually can have it here. Perfect. These are the two basic things, two most important things. I added some other stuff which makes the whole thing a little bit better, a little bit smooth. And yeah, of course, if you are playing with a phone, like any console, you need a charger. So basically, don't forget that. By the way, this one is charged also by the same, I don't know how to call it, like the same plug that you use to charge your phone. So basically an Android, and you use exactly the same plug in order to charge this. So you got it here. And also, of course, if you want like a little bit like immersion in your experience, just a couple of headphones, and yeah, and that's it, and you're ready to go. Yeah, last thing, of course, if you want to purchase some sort of like a case or something to put everything inside, then feel free, and you will have some sort of like the whole thing inside the bag. I think that's it. So now it's time to show a little bit how everything works. Yeah, see you in a bit. Okay, so now we just prepare everything. So right now we have the phone switched on. I'm gonna initiate the app and everything. And also what is very important is that we have the remote control, okay? To pair the remote control, I had some problems at the very beginning, but it's basically that you have to make sure that it's paired. So basically when you switch on the phone and the Bluetooth is already switched on, you actually have to make sure that if it doesn't work, you basically switch off and switch on the Bluetooth again, and also the remote controller. So basically in the end, to make sure that it's paired correctly, you have to make sure that this light over here, it's a blue light. So basically it's blue light and it's not blinking. If it's blinking, then it's not paired. So yeah, let's go for it. You click load game. I download a few of them, and one of the games that I was super afraid of, I was not afraid of, but very difficult at the moment, was Super Ghosts and Goals. It's a little bit this kind of like a game that you see, it's very difficult, and every time you die it's like you're dead. So it was really difficult, challenging at the moment. So where are you? Super Ghosts and Goals, okay. I can actually continue. I think I left the game. Oh, continue, okay, got it. So now, the remote controller is now not the why not? So yeah, basically now it's not working. So now if you don't use it for a while, yeah, it's gonna be blinking, as you can see here. But I had already everything prepared. Okay, never mind. What I'm going to do is pair it in front of you, so make sure that it works. Okay, you basically have to go to the Bluetooth section, paired, but this doesn't mean that it's already functioning, okay? It's blinking, so it's not working. You have to click, wait. Okay, so only when you see this, it's working, all right? So now you minimize this. Minimize, I think in English you have another type of another word for this. And you have the Super Ghost and Goals here, okay? So yeah, game start. I click start, and you have everything working perfectly here. Yeah, and it's so nice. For God's sake, that's so good. Yeah, much better than on the screen. I mean, I had so many troubles on the screen with the screen. I love this game, especially like a kick-ass armor that you get like a golden one. And also, as I said, like you can try like other really good games. For example, there was one game which was the Golden Sun. Golden Sun was a really nice game, and yeah, you don't have any trouble or any problems when you actually try to play this game. But one of the things, as I said at the very beginning, goes without saying. Uh-oh, I'm gonna get kicked. I'm gonna get kicked, man. Oh no. Yep, snake is throwing fire, so what you cannot do is using all the functionalities that the normal console would offer to you. For example, playing with another player. I haven't kind of figured out the way to do it yet, but in any case, it's kind of difficult, so you cannot do it. Okay. Oh, that's amazing. This is actually pretty decent. What about this one? What power was this one? Oh yeah, the tornado thing. And I'm done. And yeah, as always happens, this is gonna be a magician. Oh no, there's actually an armor. Nice. Okay, yeah, you basically can use everything that you could use for like a single player games, at least in this kind of like combination of devices. If you have any other suggestions, leave it in the comments, rate your own video, and feel free to play at your own risk. See you guys next time. Bye bye.